most powerful talk lineup, WHIO.
I'm looking for the dude by the name of Todd.
He's a local boy.
He's a clever boy.
He's got the microphone.
He's got all the firepower he needs, and he ain't afraid to use it.
We heard about your broadcast.
Woo! It's like Fruit Loops.
Okay, let's get this started.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
First of all, let me say that I love your show. I mean, you're the bomb.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. We're on the live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and Stitch. You can watch the show, preferably when you're not driving. From time to time, I hear somebody is watching while they're swerving. That's a no-no. You'll end up on our list. Crashing into a building. Tonight on the show, we've got a list of warnings for you. You know, a month from Friday, it's the Great Eclipse. Is that right? Today's the 6th? Yeah. A month from Friday, the Great Eclipse, Eclipse 2024. And already there are warnings for you to heed. So we're going to talk about it a little bit, right? I mean, I know we got a month away, but that's plenty of time to pound something into the ground for sure. So we're going to talk about that. Also, Dayton made a list, and it has to do with partying. And I think we should be proud of this. This is a great thing. So we're going to talk about that. We got a weird story. Oh, and I got an email from a listener who's sort of tired of Florida Man. So we're going to talk about that. And actually, he gives another suggestion. So we're going to talk about that. First, though, I have to say hi to Girl Scout Evelyn. So Evelyn was one of the young Girl Scouts who called in the show and tried to sell me a box of cookies. And she nailed it. She did a great job. And Evelyn and her dad, Andrew, stopped by today and dropped off the cookies. And apparently, where Evelyn goes to school, and I'm not going to mention where, it's up, I think she's in Piqua, but I'm not going to say where she goes to school. Because it's security and it's private, but apparently there are a lot of teachers and maybe even a school principal who listens to the Evening Edge. So a big shout out to Evelyn, shout out to her dad for driving her down here, because Evelyn can't drive. She's only like 8 or 9. So somebody had to drive her. And also a shout out and say hello to all the teachers and the principal there at her school. All right, so here is this. I saw this story. It was funny because when I came in today, I did have the eclipse on my mind because we're trying to figure out here on the show, here at the station, what we're going to be doing on April 8th when the moon moves in front of the sun and it kicks off the apocalypse. So we're trying to figure out what we're going to do. So I've got this on my head. And then I hear somebody in the newsroom saying, AAA has issued some warnings for people to adhere to on Eclipse Day for your own safety and your own well-being. And if you have been living under a rock and you don't know anything about this, it's the big national eclipse that's going to be sweeping across the nation on April 8th. Ohio residents can first see the moon overtake the sun around 1:53 p.m. Before it fully reappears at 4:30 p.m. So it's going to be a couple of hours of darkness, sort of dusky, I guess, maybe. Is that all right? The eclipse totality is going to last between 3:08 and 3:19 p.m. And cuts a swath from southwest to northeast Ohio. And here in Dayton, the total eclipse of the heart, will be at 3:09 and 29 seconds. and it will last for 2 minutes and 43 seconds. So for that time, that's when it's going to be the totality of the solar eclipse here in Dayton. So here are the tips from AAA. And these are going to be available. They're available on WHIO.com. If you need to print them out, put them on your refrigerator, and refer to them. AAA recommends staying off the roads during the eclipse. Now, you might think, well, why? We can drive at night, right? Driving at night, not a big deal for most people. I mean, maybe if you got, lousy night vision, but driving at night shouldn't be a big deal. So why don't drive during the eclipse? Well, there's a couple of reasons. One, they're afraid people are going to be driving and try to look at the eclipse. So think about that. They are concerned that there are idiot drivers, and we all know there are, that will be trying to look and catch a glimpse of the solar eclipse while they're driving. Now, a couple of things. One, don't shake your head. Yeah, there will be people doing that. You know there will. Here's the thing. You don't look at a solar eclipse. It'll burn your eyes out. And it will. Now, you can get those cool sunglasses that you're seeing all over the internet and people are going to be giving away. But you can't drive with those either. They're not quite like the old 3D glasses that you used to get in the back of Mad Magazine or at the movie theaters or whatever. They're not quite like that. Don't try looking at the eclipse with 3D glasses. You'll burn your eyes out. We'll have to get that clip. There's a clip saying, "You're burning your eyes out." So you'll be able to get these glasses, but you can't see to drive in them. So don't be driving and put the shades on thinking, this will work. It won't. They also say that they're expecting big traffic jams and traffic snarls because when the eclipse occurs, there will be people trying to hop off the road to get a good view of the eclipse. So you're going to have people going left and right and swerving in and out of traffic. Excellent chance that a building might be hit. Wouldn't that be something? If somebody runs into a building during the eclipse, that right there, that might end the count. We're just going to end it right there. They also say keep your headlights on. That's a good idea, of course, because it's going to be dark. Put the sun visor down to block your view of the sun. If you have to keep driving, put down the sun visor. Again, they remind you, do not wear glasses while driving, eclipse glasses. They say, do not try to photograph or video the eclipse while driving. Aren't you glad that they put out these warnings? Because you would have thought, well, why can't I just record while I'm driving? Trying to aim it at the sun while you're driving? They say, do not pull over to the side of the road, highway, or interstate to view the eclipse. Because again, there's going to be lots of traffic. And there's always that danger that if you pull over and you try to get out of your car, you're going to get hit by another car. It's sad that we have to remind people of these things, but here we are. They say exit the roadway and park in a safe area away from traffic to view the eclipse. Maybe like a park or your driveway. Just go home. I mean, I'm going to be hiding under a desk somewhere. I don't know about you. And then be mindful of pedestrians that may be walking around with their eyes on the sky and not paying attention, because it could happen. But we should be actually sort of already prepared for that, because people walk around now looking down at their cell phones and once in a while, right? So I feel like we've got enough practice in. But those are the all important Eclipse tips, and that's hard to say. Eclipse tips from AAA. 937-457-1290. And again, you can get that list at WHIO.com and share it with your neighbors, your friends, your coworkers. Chris and Xenia, what's up, Chris?
Hey, buddy, love the show.
Thank you so much.
So, all right. I hear you talking about the eclipse and everything.
Yeah.
Now, I think it was 2016 or 2017 when we had that other eclipse?
Yeah, we did. It was like a partial eclipse.
Well, yeah.
I mean, for us.
So here in Ohio, that's exactly right. Now, I used to live out west in Wyoming.
Yeah.
And the eclipse actually came right over the top of my house. So the totality, as they call it,
right?
That's where the moon completely blocks it out.
That's
now,
right.
If you if you look on the maps and you see it looks like it's going over, I think, over towards Indianapolis or something. Well, if you are in that area, that's the only area. If you are in that area, you can take your glasses off.
Oh, okay. Well,
and you can. I know you're like, oh man, it's freaky, but you actually can. So you sit there and said it was really weird and bizarre. So I actually got to climb up on top of my roof, and totality came right over the top of my house.
Oh wow!
I was able to sit there, watch it with my glasses, and then they have what they call is like the diamond. So it's the very, very little last part of light.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it goes away. Then you can take your glasses off.
Right,
and
right.
You can actually look at it, and you can see the flames from the sun going around the moon. And then it's a 360-degree complete sunset all the way around.
Right. Yeah.
When you're in totality, the reflection of the flames bounce down to the ground, and if you look at the ground, it looks like snakes are crawling all over the place.
Oh, I'm looking forward to that. Another reason why I'll be hiding under my desk.
But I said it's also kind of cool because if it's a beautiful day out, as soon as it happens, the birds stop chirping. The crickets and grasshoppers will come out.
Right.
You'll hear that. And then all of a sudden, as soon as it starts to go away, they all come back. The birds will wake up and they'll start chirping again.
Yep. Well, Chris, I mean, I don't think I need to talk any more about the eclipse. I think Chris has covered it all. And I appreciate that. And he's absolutely right. I remember that. You just wear the glasses when it's going over the sun, because there's that outline that will burn your eyes out.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Okay, how's everybody doing tonight? What's going on? Trying to locate something. Bear with me, friends. Bear with me. Let's see. Looking for a video that I did. Is that it? I don't think that's it. Oh, that's not it. Where is it? I did a promo for the last there it is. Let's see. Download. Hang on for a second. I found what I needed, but I need to listen to it real quick. All right, I found what I needed, but it's not what I needed. All right. Sorry about that, folks. All right. No, the Florida Man segment is not going away. Just some irritated listener. We'll get to it, though. It's all good. Oh, I'm glad, Marcia. I'm glad you're parked and not driving and watching. Hey, Jude, how are you? Good to see you. What's up, David? Hey, Josh. Hey, Kim. Leslie, Clinton. Heather, how you doing? Excuse me. Hey, Joel, how you doing? Dee. Hey, Brenda, how are you? Thanks for checking out the live stream. Don't forget to share. I think you can share the live stream with all your friends and neighbors on your Facebook. I want to try to keep building this. Clinton, exactly. You got to make sure you use that magnifying glass. Actually, use a monocle, an Eclipse monocle. Binoculars. That's use binoculars. Dee, 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 dee. Mm.
A break from the rain now. Latest at 5:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
And Tom, what were you again?
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7, talking about the eclipse happening April 8th. AAA put out some warnings for you to learn and live by between now and then, because you don't want to go blind while you're driving. Also, don't take Clinton's advice on the live stream. Don't use a magnifying glass to look at the sun. No binoculars or monocle. Try to avoid the monocles. Tanya in Brookville, what's going on, Tanya?
Hey, I just heard your AAA checklist of what we need for our solar eclipse preparations.
Yes.
I was a little disappointed. You know, the great state of Ohio, you know, when we have our snow emergencies and we are praying for snow, we properly, you know, go to the grocery store and get our soup bread sandwiches with milk. So how does one prepare for a solar eclipse? Like, what should we purchase ahead of time when we go to the grocery store? Is this going to be like the COVID where we need all the toilet paper? Is this the milk and bread? Or, I mean, is that a secret checklist?
Tanya, you make an excellent point. You need to have a some sort of eclipse survival kit.
Right.
For your car.
I know what I need to go to the grocery store that will be picked over.
I would say, what would you need? There it is. Let's open it up to suggestions. What would be the ideal Eclipse 2024 survival kit? Like, what would you need? Definitely toilet paper. You got to have toilet paper.
Gotta have that.
Never.
I'm thinking the milk bread sandwiches have to come along into play somewhere.
Well, I think you need some cookies too. Some sort of cookie. You know, hey, today's National Oreo Cookie Day. That would be perfect, right? An Oreo cookie for, you know, sort of representing the moon. That kind of thing. All right. Thank you, Tanya. Yeah. There you go. See, I love that idea. So what would you put in your Eclipse survival kit?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
That is hysterical. Just booze and LSD. That would make the eclipse even more spectacular. Whiskey. That's a good one, Rab. And hello to you in Scotland, Rab. That's funny. We have all the answers here. That is true, Heather. Heather. That's funny. Oh my God. Wow. Boom, as they say. Boom. Hi, Ashley. How you doing? That's hysterical. Oh my gosh, you guys are just the best. Lordy, lordy. Let's see. Where I saw the story earlier. Yeah, well. Wallet Hub. That's it. Edinburgh, Scotland. Well, I appreciate you listening over there in Scotland. Oh, yes. Rick, that is awesome. Yep, that's true. Deep cleaning the house. We could use a deep clean. Holy cow. I love the ribbing that goes on here, even if it is at Clinton's expense. Oh, yes, zombies will be out. Oh, man. That's awesome. Oh, I need
Don't give me that politics, Jazz. It's not my racket.
People are tired of hearing nothing but doom and despair on the radio.
Everyone just relax, all right?
The problems of the world are not in my department.
Now who'd like a cookie?
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. So the AAA put out a list of warnings to keep you safe, you and your family safe, during the eclipse that's coming up here about a month or so. So we're just sort of going over the list. And we had a great idea from Edgehead Tanya, who called the show, was like, what exactly would be in your eclipse survival kit? Like, what sort of items? Whenever there's like a winter storm coming or, pandemic, people rush out to the store and they clear the shelves of certain items. And, of course, everybody remembers with the pandemic, it was toilet paper and, just about everything. But when the winter storms comes, it's always like, got to get the milk, got to get the eggs, got to get the cheese, whatever, the beer, definitely. So what would you put in your eclipse survival kit? And Jim on the live stream asked a really good question, and I think that we can probably confirm there will be zombies on the loose that day. So when the sun comes out and then it disappears, that's when all the zombie fun begins. Carla in Kettering, what's up, Carla?
Hey, Todd, it's nice to talk to you. I think you took my idea. I was going to say alcohol and beer.
Oh, yeah, booze for sure. You're going to have some sort of booze.
I know that's not original, but, hey.
Yeah. What kind of booze?
Well, let's start with Weller's.
Well, I was thinking moonshine.
Oh, you know what? That's a good one.
Moonshine is
Blue Moon,
and it goes with the theme.
And then you got Blue Moon.
Blue Moon, that's right. Rick,
don't forget the orange.
Which one?
Blue Moon, you got to have the orange.
Oh, that's right.
The yellow, the orange will go with it.
That represents the sun. An orange represents the sun. See, this is what we're talking. This is great. This is genius. Rick on the live stream also mentioned vital for your eclipse survival kit, moon pies.
There you go.
And Sunny D.
Oh, like the Sunny D. If we had Sunkist, what is it? The orange stuff that was the astronauts. What was that called?
The what?
Tang.
What was? Oh, Tang. Well, here's the thing. Sunny D now has a alcoholic version.
Oh, they do?
Yeah. And I've had it, and it's quite good, and it shockingly tastes just like Sunny D. So
there is a recipe for an alcohol drink out there, and I think it's called the Eclipse. And if I can find it, I'll put it on your Facebook.
Oh, yes, please do, because we're talking about what we're going to do here at the station, and there's some talk on that day, and there's some talk that maybe for a couple of hours, like between 2 and 4 or something like that, that I will be out live somewhere doing play-by-play of the eclipse, and that Edgeheads can come by, depending on where we could do it. We could make it a cocktail party.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
I will put it on your Facebook page.
Thank you so much, Carla. I appreciate it. Have a good one.
No problem. You too.
That line's open, 937-457-1290. I love that idea. An Evening Edge Eclipse cocktail party. Oh, my gosh. David in Miamisburg. What's up, David?
Hey, how you doing, Todd?
Good.
I really don't have a Eclipse survival kit, but I do know what you can look at it with and not hurt your eyes.
Okay.
I'm a welder, and I figured this out a long time ago when I was in Jersey.
Yeah.
You could look through a welding lens and see it completely without hurting your eyes.
So that would be kind of cool. Just have your own welding mask with you, ready to go.
Well, you can buy the lenses anywhere, like Home Depot.
Oh, no. You need the whole mask. You need the whole headgear.
The hood on.
Yeah. You need the headgear. Yeah.
Put the whole hood on.
And walk around with a lightsaber.
Luke, I am your father.
Yeah, that's right. People would love that. The kids would love that. Scare them to death, but they'd love it for sure.
Right on.
All right, David, I appreciate it, man. That line's open, 937-457-1290. And people don't. Tim on the live stream, he's saying it's going to rain. Don't you jinx it. Don't you jinx it. How horrible would that be? I mean, all of this big to-do that all the media is going to be doing, and not just the media. I mean, the people at Country Concert up in Fort Loramie, they're doing like a 2-3 day event. They're opening up their campground. There's going to be music. There's going to be partying. There's going to be mud wrestling. It's going to be great. Then it rains. I mean, nobody wants that. So don't jinx that. Don't jinx it. 937-457-1290. Thinking on the subject of parties, what's coming up here in a couple of weeks, of course, St. Patrick's Day. And I saw this story today. Wallet Hub put out a list of the best places to go for St. Patrick's Day in the United States. And I've got the list of 30. I'm not going to obviously go through all of them. Number one, probably a no-brainer, Boston. Boston is sort of the hub, if you will, of St. Patrick's Day. That's number one. Number two is Chicago. And in Chicago, I think they still do it. Didn't they turn their river green? I think they do. The river that goes through Chicago, they dump a bunch of dangerous, deadly chemicals, and it turns it green. Then there's, Pittsburgh's on there. New York's in the top 10. Buffalo, Tampa. But you know who's number 21 on the list? Dayton, Ohio. Dayton, Ohio, almost in the top 20. We are in front of Cleveland. We are in front of Cincinnati. And I don't even see Columbus on the list. There's no Toledo. Dayton, Ohio is the number one city in Ohio for St. Patrick's Day. And in fact, when it comes to St. Patrick's Day traditions, Wallet Hub, and they went through and looked at all of the St. Patrick's Day celebrations and sort of calculated, all those numbers. They do stuff like this. I can't understand it because I don't math. But Dayton, number 8 on the list in the country for St. Patrick's Day traditions. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. And this year it's on a Sunday, which is okay, I guess. But St. Patrick's Day, I think, is much better when it's during a weekday because you can duck out of work. And I remember in years past when I did a morning show at another station here in town long ago, man, we do our morning show from a bar. Nothing like drinking green beer at 5:30 in the morning. Let me tell you. Melanie in Dayton. What's up, Melanie?
Hey, I got some suggestions for the Eclipse party there when you have your cocktail party.
Yes.
Okay, what you need to do first or during the cocktail party is, have some music like the old Cat Stevens Moon Shadow.
Right, yeah.
And the real oldies for some of the older people is one called, I think, Moon River, I think was a song.
Right,
and
yeah.
Then, there'll be the 80s generation wanting to do the moonwalk dance.
Oh, the moonwalk.
Yep. So I just thought there'd be a few suggestions of things that we could do during that cocktail party.
Well, we're going to check on this. We're going to see if somehow maybe we could put a tent out sort of in front of our building and I could just be out there and sort of hold the party right out in front of the building so we can sort of have the official viewing station, right? And exactly at eclipse time at 3:09 and 29 seconds, maybe we can have everybody just moon South Main Street.
I'm in.
I love that. I love it, Melanie. Thank you. Thank you. I'll add that to the list. I appreciate that. Can you imagine that? You're driving down the a bunch of edge heads mooning everybody on the main South Main. Oh my gosh. We've got some mail.
Sit back down and shut your trap. It's time for mail call.
Message for you, son.
You should see a fan mail.
You got a message.
I got your letter. Amazing what you can accomplish by mail.
Congratulations, Skippy. You've got mail.
If you'd like to email me, it's eveningedgetodd@gmail.com. Hey, Todd, I really enjoy your show, but I wonder why you have such a fascination with Florida man and Florida woman. We get the point. Crazy stuff happens in Florida, and it's usually drug or alcohol inspired. Maybe focus your attention to another state. I bet there are plenty of other crazy states that you could talk about. Bert and Fairborn. Well, I've wondered about this because, people ask, why do you do Florida man? It's like, well, we have a lot of people that have relatives in Florida. We have a lot of people in the area that vacation in Florida. We have transplants and it's always nice to hear crazy, funny stories from a place that many of us are kind of familiar with. So I was thinking about this, Bert, and I thought, what about Idaho? Does Idaho scream craziness? It does. It 100% does. And I've got 4 crazy Idaho stories that we're going to do probably next hour. And we have a theme song for it. So this may become, I don't know. We'll see how it goes. But Idaho, man. I love it.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Don't you worry. We're not going to stop doing Florida man. We're not going to stop doing it. Oh, baby. That's awesome, Heather. That's funny. I am supposed to have a guest, maybe call the guest line during the 6 o'clock news. His name is Andrew. Okay. So just so you know, it's coming. Yep. It's on a Monday. It's a Monday. Yeah. April 8th is a Monday. Monday. You can't trust that day. Monday, Monday. That's the day the sun went away. Yeah, St. Patty's Day's on a Sunday. That's boring. Boring.
Boring.
By the way, I think maybe that Friday, I don't know, the Friday before, I'll have to think about it. We talked about beating the leprechaun on St. Patrick's Day, but maybe. I'm actually, I don't know that I'll do a parody. Maybe I'll do a parody, but I'm working on a sort of a soundtrack, if you will, that I want to play during the eclipse. Yep, Black Hole Sun's on my list. I've got all of the Sun, not all, but I have a bunch of Sun songs. Now I got to put together my list of Moon songs. Total eclipse of the sun. Fly me to the moon. Moon River, wider than a mile. I'm crossing you in style. Something, something, something. Blue moon. You saw me standing alone, without a tear in my heart, without a love of my own. And I'm kind of in a singing mood tonight. Wow.
From the McAfee Heating, Air, and Plumbing Studios, breathe easy. Choose McAfee, WHIO Dayton, and WHIO FM Pleasant Hill.
Lawmakers in Washington take on TikTok. We'll have the latest at 6 now. Back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 and 95.7 WHIO.
I'm just trying to make a living.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. I mentioned earlier it's National Oreo Day. And for my money, you can't go wrong with the golden Oreos. Double stuffed if you can find them. It's been a while since I've had golden Oreos. Today I did have a couple of Thin Mint cookies, and I have to be honest with you. I don't know why I bother putting a half-eaten sleeve of Thin Mints in the bottom drawer of my desk, because they're not going to stay there. They're just not going to stay there. I had a few. I put it in there. 20 minutes later, I just had to check to make sure they were still there. 937-457-1290. Sherry and Troy. What's going on, Sherry?
Todd, I heard you talking that you wanted a welding helmet so you could have it for the Eclipse.
Oh, I think it would be kind of cool. Yeah.
Right. If you go to Tractor Supply or Rule King,
okay.
My husband, who works for Hobart, used to work at the warehouse where they ship those items out. You can get them with all different cool designs on the helmets.
Ooh.
And everything, and some of them the light will automatically turn on when the light around it gets so bright and everything.
Interesting.
And or you could get the glasses. And then also, if you want the lightsaber, just get on Disney's website.
Oh, I've got.
You can order it; they'll ship it to you.
Sherry, I have lightsabers. I have the whole set.
How many do you have?
I have 4.
There you go.
I have 4 lightsabers. You know what? I may go buy one of those welders helmets and have my wife put the Evening Edge logo on it. How cool would that be?
You could get a plain one and have
Yeah.
them do that.
Yeah, the official Evening Edge Eclipse welding helmet.
There's an icon out on one of the T-shirts I saw this weekend that says, "Hello, darkness, my old friend."
There you go.
And it's got the sun and the moon and everything. It's on a T-shirt. I'm thinking about ordering that one to wear for the Eclipse.
That'd be cool, Sherry. Thank you for your call. I appreciate it. 937-457-1290. Coming up, we've got a current events quiz for Donny Osmond tickets. And I'm going to go through a couple of these Idaho man stories to make Bert and Fairborn happy.
What am I listening to now?
What is this? The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
It's a radio show. It's entertainment.
Fill it up.
T-O. Double D.
H.
Oh.
Double L.
S-T. I can remember that.
Locally grown, seriously funny.
I'm puzzled by the whole thing.
On WHIO. This is the station Dayton.
Yep, I'm a nerd. I'm a lightsaber nerd. Got into a fight at Hematite.
May the Schwartz be with you.
Yes, Leslie. Yes. I love it. That would make the news. Ooh, a Cheez-It wrap. That's not bad. I like that idea. You know what I should have done if I had a darn promotions manager worth of crap? Is I should have had some Evening Edge Eclipse glasses made. That would have been cool. Tim, that's funny.
If news breaks, we break in anytime. Now back to America's most powerful talk lineup, WHIO.
Can I turn on your radio?
Yes, already.
It's almost showtime.
Who's your favorite talk radio personality?
That's Todd.
He's weird.
Monday through Friday.
He's strange. 5 to 7. Sloppy.
I mean, he sounds perfect.
He's dreamy.
What do you say? Let's get it going.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me now, 937-457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Funny guys are dangerous. They'll make you laugh and laugh and laugh, and then boom, you're naked.
It is the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. That's never happened to me. Just letting you know. I've been funny, and then suddenly somebody's naked. So don't look at me that way. This is the Evening Edge. I think I said that Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. We're on the live stream on Facebook, YouTube, and Stitch. You can watch it live there on your phone or your computer or on your smart TV. A lot of people watch it on their big screen, which is kind of cool. 937-457-1290 is our number. Last hour, we were talking about these really, really important warnings that AAA has put out for preparation for the total solar eclipse that's happening on April 8th. And you can find that list on WHIO.com if you're really concerned. But just briefly, they stay off the roads because they don't want people looking directly into the sun, trying to see the eclipse while they're driving, because that would just be bad all around. Not only will you burn your eyes out, you'll probably crash into a building. They say don't wear eclipse glasses when you're driving. It seems like a no-brainer, but okay. Don't try to photograph or videotape the eclipse when you're driving. And I think this is really important. Be mindful of pedestrians, that many will be walking around, looking up at the sky and not paying attention to traffic. And you can end up running over somebody. So we were talking about that, but then we got on the subject of your eclipse survival kit. What would you put in your eclipse survival kit? We've got moon pies, Sunny D, the spiked or unspiked version. We talked about, booze, really, just across the board. Somebody suggested on the live stream, and I hesitate saying this, LSD, because that is not a good thing. I don't think you want to mix that. First, I don't think you ever want to do that. Second of all, I don't think you want to mix it with a solar eclipse. It's just my take, but you know. So if you got an idea for that, 937-457-1290. All right. So the other day, Monday, I got an email from somebody who said that they saw some guy, a bearded guy, at the entrance to the green. And he sent me a picture, and there was this guy. He's got a big, full, bushy beard. He's wearing a pink T-shirt, and he's holding up a sign that says, "I'm proud of you," and hashtag bearded beacons. So I mentioned this on the show because I had no idea who this person was or what they were doing, what they were up to. Some people made that insinuation. What sort of shenanigans are going on? But it wasn't shenanigans at all. It turns out that his name is Andrew. And I mentioned this last night on the show, that some of Andrew's coworkers heard me talking about him. And they said, "Hey, that's our coworker, Andrew. Andrew, you need to call Todd or get a hold of Todd and tell him what you're doing." And that's what we got. We got Andrew on the line. Hey, Andrew, how you doing?
Hey, Todd, how are you doing today?
I'm doing well. So Andrew reached out to me yesterday. He sent me an email and said, "Hey, I'm the guy in the hot pink T-shirt, and I'd love to tell you about what I'm doing." And we talked off the air, and you kind of filled me in. And I thought, well, this would be kind of cool to have you come on and sort of talk about, because it has to do with raising awareness for mental illness treatment. And I thought this was great. And I love the sign, just this random guy with a sign that says, I'm proud of you. And you're right. Everybody could use a little bit of boost there, right?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
So tell me about your campaign. What's going on?
So the Bearded Beacons is an up-and-coming organization. It's going to be nonprofit. It's going to help bring information, resources, positivity, and hopefully change those who struggle with mental health. We are the beacons of hope and encouragement through an otherwise tough time. There's no judgment. Everything's confidential.
Right.
We let others know that they aren't alone and they are never burdened. And we want to make sure everybody knows that we believe in them and they can achieve anything that they put their mind to.
So let me ask you this. How long have you been out there at the Green? And have you done this in other locations with your sign that says, I'm proud of you?
Well, I just started the signs about a month ago. I've been doing Bearded Beacons for a year.
Okay.
And it started catching on. I've been doing it in Beaver Creek, any city really. Anywhere really.
You just show up. You just show up with your sign and your pink shirt, and you start hitting the bricks.
Yes, and it's
that's
had
cool.
A very positive impact. You know, people yell. It's just amazing how much support.
Right.
That I'm receiving.
Well, you know, when I first got the email from the listener and the picture, I wondered, you know, I don't think he's protesting anything, right? He's not like protesting. You know, I've never seen a protest sign that says I'm proud of you. So I had a feeling that it was something, you know, positive. Now, let me ask you this. Your hashtag is Bearded Beacons. And I would imagine that if you search that hashtag on social media, you'll find other posts. People can find other posts about you and what you're doing in your campaign. My question is, do you have to have a beard to participate?
I've been asked this several times.
Well, I think, well, look,
no,
you mean,
you don't.
Okay, because you are you know, the picture that I see of this guy, you've got a pretty big bushy beard. You know, it's pretty big. I mean, it's impressive. And then your hashtag is Bearded Beacons, and I thought, well, you know, would it work if I went out there? Because I'm clean shaven. I don't know. I don't know that it would have the same effect.
I'm sure we could find a beard for you if that's what you're wondering.
I think, you know, I probably have an old Jonathan Dayton costume lying around with a powdered wig and a beard or something. Maybe I could do that.
Absolutely, that'd work.
That would be good. Now, somebody on the live stream is asking, and I know this is going to sound strange, but her name's Heather, and she wants to know if you're single because she loves bearded men.
No, I've been with my wife for 13 years.
Oh, okay. Well, see, Heather, you're out of luck. But look, here's what I'm thinking, Andrew. The more you are out doing this, and you become more recognizable out in the public, you're probably going to recruit other bearded guys that are willing to do this and want to support your campaign and get out there. You know, maybe that could be a way to sort of spread the news, get some single bearded guys out there with those signs. Just an idea.
That sounds like a plan, though.
I don't know that it was a good idea, but it was just an idea. All right. Now, do you have a website or a Facebook page or something that people can kind of go and see what you're doing?
Yes, it is Bearded Beacons on Facebook and Bearded Beacons on Instagram.
Okay. All right. So, and there's pictures of you and out doing your thing with your sign.
Yeah.
All right. Well, that's cool. That's good. All right, Andrew. Well, I appreciate you calling the show, and I'm glad. How many of the ladies there at where you work listen to the show? You said that when we talked that there's a number of ladies out there or coworkers. What are their names? Give them a shout out.
Well, the one that told me was Donna. Hey, Donna, if you're listening, I'll see you tomorrow.
Hey, Donna. How you doing?
I'm not sure about anybody else.
Okay. All right. Well, the way you told me, it sounded like you had the whole office listening.
Oh, they were up in a buzz when they heard about it.
All right.
I'm not sure if they're listening or not, but if they are, hello, Sue, Tina, Donna.
Well, they better start listening now. I'm embracing the Bearded Beacons right? So I think they should listen. All right, Andrew.
Well, we'll be out in Beaver Creek Sunday, so stop on by with your beard and let's spread some joy.
I'll see if I can find my Jonathan Dayton beard somewhere. All right. Take care, buddy. Thanks a lot for all that you're doing. We'll see. There you go. That's kind of cool. He's just trying to help people out. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
All right. Oh, Sun Chips. That's a good one. Maybe I ought to put together an Evening Edge Eclipse survival kit and give them away. I like Captain Scurvy. You nut. You nut. I love that idea. I mean, I can't give away booze, obviously. Everything, Captain Scurvy. Everything.
A Democrat also drops out of the presidential race. We'll have the latest at 6:30. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
At best, you're an underachiever at a local radio station.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. So I was struck with an idea during the break as we sort of discuss items that we could put in our Total Eclipse Survival Kit. And I thought, well, why don't I just do an Evening Edge Eclipse Survival Kit? And the week prior to the eclipse, maybe I could do a giveaway. We could put moon pies in there. Sun chips. Somebody made a great suggestion of sun chips. Sunny D. Not the alcoholic version. Can't do that. And the glasses. Maybe get some glasses, so people could look. But I feel like there's got to be something else, like 3 or 4 other things that you could use in order to survive the eclipse. Whether they be snacks or, I don't know, maybe a little flashlight. I don't know. Maybe you got an idea. 937-457-1290. All right. So last hour, I read an email from a guy named Bert in Fairborn who said, he's tired of Florida man. Tired of Florida man, Florida woman stories. And he suggested maybe paying attention to another state. And I thought, well, what could we do that would be easy and be kind of fun? And you don't hear a lot about Idaho. Not a lot goes on in Idaho. I've been to Idaho. But there are some headlines that I found. And Idaho man and woman already comes with its own theme song. Perfect. Love it. B-52s. Private Idaho. I mean, it comes with its own theme song. I don't have to do anything. I'll just play that. Here's a couple of stories from Idaho. An Idaho man was recently arrested after causing significant damage to a cornfield in southwest Wisconsin. Apparently, he crossed state line to cause mayhem. According to local deputies, they responded to a report of a pickup truck causing damage in a cornfield along Rudy Road. Deputies spotted the vehicle traveling on a highway and made the stop. The driver was identified as a 31-year-old man from Wallace, Idaho. Never been there. I've been to Pocatello. He was arrested for impaired driving, property damage, and drug possession. 40-year-old Idaho man was arrested for allegedly stealing a single-engine plane in North Las Vegas and flying it over 100 miles to Barstow, California. The man faces charges of possession of stolen airplane. Authorities say they also found a stash of beer and alcohol in the car or in the plane. So he was flying and boozing, or boozing and flying. 42-year-old Pocatello. Well, I've been to Pocatello. I don't think I ever met this person. 42-year-old Pocatello woman was recently arrested after police say she attempted to rob a local convenience store using a lighter. So that's kind of a sort of Florida woman crazy, right? She goes in with a lighter. Give me all your money, or I'm going to light you up. So she got in trouble for that. And then 18-year-old woman was arrested after police say she bit off part of another woman's ear during a fight. The woman's name, Sanae Snipe, was charged with felony mayhem. Blackfoot, Idaho police were called to the home after a report that Snipe and another woman had gotten into a physical fight. So Snipe could face 15 years in prison for biting off an ear.
It's the Evening Edge.
There's your Idaho man and
Call Todd
woman.
now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
That's a good question. I wonder if the Moonies are still a thing. I don't know. That would be interesting. That'd be an interesting bit to do. The evening edging. Oh, man. The Evening Edge dating service. It's interesting. That's an interesting idea. Oh, there you go. Evening Edge koozie. That's a good one. I've been trying to get my wife to let me put up some upside down pineapples at home, but she's not interested. Hey, it was worth a try, right?
We break in anytime. Now back to America's most powerful talk lineup, WHIO.
Be of good cheer and call me.
Call me now!
Call me! He's laughing at us right on the radio.
Least we can do is get him on the radio and talk to him. It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call me at 457-1290.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. I've got a current events quiz here in my hot little hands. If you'd like to take the quiz, you would win. Well, you will win. There are no losers in the current events quiz. You will win a pair of tickets to see Donny Osmond. Wonder if he still wears his purple socks. That was always his trademark. He wore purple socks. He's going to be at the Andrew J. Brady Music Center in Cincinnati. Or as my grandma used to say, at Cincinnati, June 26th. So if you'd like to take the current events quiz, just be the fifth caller, 937-457-1290. And we'll get you hooked up. You can take the quiz, and you can see little Jimmy Osmond, who is now old Jimmy Osmond. But I'm sure it'll be a great show. We do have some breaking news.
We interrupt this program to bring you a special bulletin.
I wanted to mention this. It just came over my WHIO app. A jury today, a little while ago, convicted Hannah Gutierrez Reed. She's the armorer on the Rust movie, where cinematographer, let's see, Helena? I should know this, but I don't. H-A-L-Y-N-A. Helena Hutchins was fatally struck by a live round of ammunition fired from a prop gun held by actor Alec Baldwin 2 years ago. She was found guilty in the death of Hutchins. Jury deliberated 2.5 hours. She was acquitted with tampering with evidence, and they say that she's facing up to 18 months in prison for her role in the death of Hutchins. So there you go, some breaking news. And I'm sure Jason Michaels will have details on that here in a bit.
Further bulletins as the news develops.
937-457-1290. We also have some food news, and this is love to get your take on this.
Well, what's your favorite food?
No flavors your food.
This is a lot of food.
Isn't it glorious?
How you get so big that you own of this kind? It is so scrumptious.
One of the standard lunches that I remember having as a kid at home and also at school on occasion was grilled cheese day. And grilled cheese is often paired with tomato soup. In particular, Campbell's tomato soup. And I remember they'd serve that at school. And what I always remember, and I don't know if they still do this, giving elementary kids a bowl of soup on their lunch tray, dumb idea. Because invariably somebody would spill, or a number of somebodies would spill their tomato soup all over the cafeteria or on you. But this is kind of interesting. Campbell's announced the other day on, I guess, Instagram, that they have come out with a new soup for a limited time. It's grilled cheese and tomato soup. Here's what it says. There's nothing like a hot bowl of tomato soup and a melty grilled cheese to soothe the soul. If you're a fan of that classic combo, Campbell's has some exciting news. Campbell's is gearing up to release an all-new grilled cheese and tomato soup. The soup contains cream, Monterey Jack cheese, cheddar cheese, and surface ripened semi-soft cheese, like think Munster, in addition to the traditional condensed Campbell's tomato soup ingredients. So, basically what they're doing is they're just throwing cheese into the soup. And I don't understand why we can't just do that on our own. That's a little odd, isn't it? Because if you have a can of soup, you're probably going to be someplace where you can, cook the can of soup on a stove, which would lead me to think that you might have some cheese there. So I don't know if that's needed, but it's out there. And I guess it's going to be available for a limited time. And you can get it at your local grocer. All right, we got Ricky in Dayton. Hey, Ricky, how you doing?
What's going on, Todd?
Got a question for you. Can you think of any sort of item that might be good for the Evening Edge Eclipse Survival Kit? We've got, I know you called to take the quiz, but I just thought I'd throw this out there. We got moon pies, we got sun chips, we got Sunny D. We got, of course, the Eclipse glasses. Somebody mentioned a Evening Edge koozie to keep your drink warm or cool while you're watching the eclipse. Any thoughts? Anything, Ricky?
No, just something to keep my beer cold.
Oh, there you go. So there's something to keep the beer cold. That's all that matters, really. And it's, it's going to be early in the afternoon on a Monday. Nothing wrong with having a few cocktails while you sit there.
I got that day off, so it's nice.
See, there you go. There you go. All right. You want to take the current events quiz? Yes?
Yes.
All right. Let's get it going here.
It's the Evening Edge Current Events Quiz.
Quiz, hot shot. Can you answer the question? I bet you think you're pretty smart, huh?
Now, here's your host, Todd Hollst.
Thank you very much, Norm Kelly, official announcer of the Current Events Quiz. Now, Ricky, you are playing for a pair of tickets to see Donny Osmond at the Andrew J. Brady Music Center in Cincinnati, June 26th. And tonight, all the questions are... Breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law, breaking the law. It's a theme, Ricky. It's a theme. So do you know how to play the current events quiz?
No, I haven't.
Oh, you've never played the current events quiz. You never heard it played. Okay, well, let me explain it to you, because there's probably a lot of people like you who have never heard it. I'm going to give you 3 questions, and then there's going to be 3 possible answers. A, B, or C, but Ricky, the answer is always C.
Right.
We make it very easy for everybody to participate. All right, here's question number 1. A Nebraska man was arrested after cops say he robbed a quick shop convenience store using what as a threatening weapon? Was it A, crispy, crunchy corn dog, B, a roll of Rolos, or C, a package of Hostess cinnamon rolls?
C.
You got it. Yummy. I don't know that I would have gone with cinnamon rolls. I probably would have gone with the corn dog. I think that would be more threatening. Right, than a cinnamon roll. Unless the cinnamon roll is stale and really hard, and you can kind of twirl it around your head and knock somebody up against the skull. All right, here's question number 2. A Florida man was arrested after cops say he admitted to sending several bomb threats to whom? A, his barber, B, his mother, or C, himself?
C.
You got it. Apparently, he was trying to take revenge on someone, so he sent himself these bomb threats and then tried to blame them on the person he was trying to take revenge for. But it didn't work out. He got caught. He was snared, if you will. All right, here's question number 3. California man became the first person ever charged with trying to smuggle what into the United States from Mexico? A, 100 gallons of cannabis-infused guacamole. B, chocolate-covered tarantulas. Or C, tanks of greenhouse gases.
C.
You got it. I didn't know that was a thing, but apparently there is a black market for tanks of greenhouse gases. Well, congratulations, Ricky. You are the winner. Yep. Hang on the line. We'll get your details and we'll get those tickets out to you. Okay.
Sounds good. Thank you.
There you go. And that's how you play the current events quiz. We started this feature maybe a couple of weeks ago, and it's called It's So Weird.
Well, that's weird.
Yeah, it's weird.
This makes no sense.
Find out as much about that weirdo as you can.
That's weird.
I have seen weird things come, and I have seen weird things go. It's a strange world, isn't it?
Now, what caught this my attention with this story, it's two things. One, it was the mugshot, and it's a guy that half of his face, he's like the character Two-Face in Batman. Half of his face is just a normal-looking dude. The other half, from his forehead, the middle of his forehead, in between his eyes, down over his nose, over his lips, and to his chin, down to the middle of his neck, nothing but tattoos. He's like half and half. Very interesting choice there. The other aspect of this, first of all, the guy's from Pennsylvania, and he was sentenced to 2 years of supervised probation after he admitted to investigators that he bought and sold human remains. The 42-year-old guy by the name of Jeremy Pauley says the body parts came from both an Arkansas mortuary and the Harvard Medical School. Now, I didn't know that there was a black market for body parts. And I wondered, and I know that some people are going to find this very inappropriate. I was curious to know how much somebody like that might pay for that finger that was found in the Sydney Walmart parking lot. Like, what is the growing weight? And it was a thumb. So I don't know if that increases the value, decreases the value. This guy admitted that he purchased and sold human remains that he knew were stolen. In 2022, cops searched his house in Enola, Pennsylvania, and found 3 5-gallon buckets that were filled with different human remains. The body parts found in the buckets included brains, a heart, a kidney, a spleen, livers, lungs, and skin. So no digits. But I'd be curious to know. He was later arrested and charged with several other people, including the former morgue manager at Harvard University Medical School. Apparently, he and his wife were selling body parts out of the Harvard morgue. You have to admit, that is a weird story.
It's the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
The Storm Center 7 forecast is mostly cloudy but dry on Thursday.
Clinton, why did I know you were going to go there? Lordy. Lordy, lordy, lordy. With nail polish. That's funny. Yeah, I'd like to know how much a thumb goes for. Is it worth more? Is it worth less because it's a thumb? I mean, I would think that thumbs would be in higher demand, right? Because if you find a finger and you want to use that finger, if maybe you lost your finger in a farming accident and you want to replace that finger, you really could, you could put a middle finger or a ring finger, on your pointer finger, and nobody would really know the difference. You could probably even get away with it as a pinky finger. But a thumb, you can't really do that. Oh, that's right, Heather. I forgot about that. Have to be the big toe, though. I guess you could probably get away with that. That is true. Can't live without the middle finger. Though my grandfather did, he lost these two fingers in an accident. A punch press accident. At least that's the story. He also was a bookie, so who knows? But he lost these two fingers. So I remember him. I think he lost them sometime in late 60s. This was his hand, and he wrote like this. It was, how did he do it? Let me think here. No, it was like that, I think, or something. Very weird. But he'd do it. He was good at it. And he was like that. I don't know. But he used to do crossword puzzles. He do the Dayton Daily News crossword puzzles.
Limited time only. Save on select next gen.
Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to turn up the live stream. That's right. That's an excellent point, Leslie.
From the McAfee Heating, Air, and Plumbing Studios, breathe easy. Choose McAfee. WHIO Dayton and WHIO FM Pleasant Hill.
Rain takes a break around the Miami Valley. We'll have the latest at 7 o'clock. Now back to the Evening Edge with Todd Hollst on 1290 at 95.7 WHIO.
From a psychological standpoint, the radio station represents a link to normalcy.
The Evening Edge with Todd Hollst.
Call Todd now, 937-457-1290, or message him at Evening Edge Todd.
Locally grown, seriously funny on WHIO.
Talking about bowling, your future.
I was bowling.
Let's go bowling. Bowling is a very good sport.
It all comes down to this roll.
Well, grab your shoes and grab your balls, and let's head to those heavenly halls. Sit on down and grab a beer, because bowling time is pretty near. You know the sport that God would choose is the one with the three-tone leather sole shoes. Let's go bowling. Let's go bowling.
Got a coupon.
Let's go bowling. From a juice can. Let's go bowling. Let's go bowling. Let's go bowling. Let's do it now.
Well, I am excited back here on the Evening Edge, Monday through Friday, 5 to 7. I am excited. We finally got all the details worked out. And March 30th at the Polking Woodman Lanes from noon to 2, I'm going to be hosting the Make a Strike Against Heart Disease and Stroke. Just a bowling outing. And I'm inviting all the Edge Heads to come out, put your teams together. Now, it's a fundraiser, so it ain't free. I'm just telling you right now. It benefits the American Heart Association, the Go Red campaign, the Go Red for Women campaign. It's $150, but if you break that up over 6 people, it's not a lot. It's really not. And it's tax deductible. So come on out. We're going to be there noon to 2. There on Woodman Lanes on, Woodman Drive. There's also going to be sort of a bowling for dollars competition. When I say sort of, basically what's going to happen is you're going to get the chance under pressure to bowl a strike. And if you do, you get into a drawing to win a $100 gift card, which is pretty good. If you go to a charity event, right, and go home with some cash, I mean, that's pretty cool. There's also going to be a silent auction. There's going to be some Evening Edge prizes and just a lot of fun. So you can go to eveningedgetodd.com, go to that website, and it'll pop up. You'll see it. Just kind of scroll down a little bit. And the fancy dancy logo, Make a Strike Against Heart Disease and Stroke. And once again, benefiting the American Heart Association Go Red for Women campaign. So put your teams together and let's go bowling with the Evening Edge on March 30th. Have a great night. I'll see you tomorrow, just after 5.
And that's how she wrote.
I got nothing left.
Why don't you just call it a night?
I'm saying it's over, superstar.
That's it, guys. We're all fried.
You guys have a good night.
Unplug everything, wrap it up. Let's go home.
Adios, amigo.
All right, everybody. Have a great strikes for strokes. Have a great night, everybody. I'll talk to you tomorrow. Be safe out there.